The deadline is now 31st of January. Some don't even think that will be met. That Theo Champo is saying that on my journal line. But for me, the thing of interest is every time government sets a deadline and has to extend it, it is the first indicator that your original plan was not well thought through. The amount of engagement that was required was not done. The buy-in that is needed for your plan to succeed was not done. Whenever you extend the deadline, that is really the surface meaning of it. Look at what happened when we had to register our SIM cards, Ghana cards, whatever it is, that a deadline has been put on and then extended. The simple message there is that so at what point will this government recognize that this is a blind spot for them? That they don't actually think processes through to the end. They don't game theory a process before they present it to the public. They don't consider all the possible outcomes. And some of these outcomes are obvious. Like you should expect resistance to an e-levy. I mean, do you have to be a soothsayer to know that could happen? You should expect that if you are going to tell people who you originally exempted that they are no longer exempt, that they will resist. You should expect it. So why is it not clear to them that their planning leaves a lot to be desired? They need to replan their planning.
Actually, where I see the silver lining to me is that at least there's extension for more engagement, and a certain level of arrogance comes to the point you made about not being willing to engage more, because right from the beginning I've said that the people on the other side, the people you owe, have been consistently asking for engagement. It's very funny, right? Just because you have the powers of the state doesn't mean you can do everything anyhow. It will require collaborative effort to come to a very reasonable point. Even within the proposals you are given, there could be other proposals that will enhance it or improve what's supposed to be the state. All of this, and I have a very small theory about why government moved in this direction. It was unwilling to engage, because the elephant in the room is what the government is not willing to discuss. When the people come to the table with other alternatives, they will equally be asking government to make some commitments, show more interest in cutting back to, which is a conversation government has been very unwilling to engage in. To be fair, watch it this way. When the 80 million that was supposed to be given to the cathedral, the MPs opposed it. What the government do? We assign to other areas. Government did not say we're taking it out. So there's a certain unwillingness on the side of government to cut back, even in these times. Yes, it declares some fanciful things like, oh, we'll reduce convoys. Some things are very difficult to actually measure anyway. We will make sure that people don't take their four-wheel drives to roaming in town in their four-wheel drives. And all of those ones were actually proposed. We will not do projects which are not critical. In fact, projects which are not critical are not supposed to be done in the first place. But we will not do those ones. Those are the very commitment government made from the beginning. Government cannot come back to the table on the 31st or from now to the 31st with the same set of solutions. It cannot be pretentious, laissez-faire, fair complete kind of, oh, we have already agreed, so let's go ahead. Let's pretend that we are giving extension for engagement. And yet when we go and meet the people, we only speak to them. We don't hear them and ask them to present their proposals. We never say anything again and proceed with it.
Yeah.
If you continue that way, the protest will continue. But then again, I'm insisting that government should make more commitments. I think that's what's going to assuage the anger and make people feel like we are all on board.
Yeah. It's a good thing that they've extended this, this time for bondholders to by themselves get involved in this process. But I think that we failed from the very beginning. So even though the extension is good, we still have failed. And I don't know the difference that this will make. Listen, you took a position, you failed to engage. People have also now taken entrenched positions and they are not on board with you. People made recommendations that you refuse to listen to them. People have said, come to us. Wisdom is not just in one person's head. We also have suggestions that we can give. This can work, but you've just failed to listen to people. And if you look at all those who have petitioned, they say they still haven't received anything. So I wonder what, this is what, 17 between now and 31st, what would change if they haven't even responded to those who have petitioned them. We still have failed. Government cannot still take that position that they took from the beginning. You are still where you were. The people simply won't agree. And I think we're beginning to realize that it's the people. The power is with the people.
Well, there's one thing that the ministry doesn't seem to realize. So we're suspending it, extending it for broader consultation. What is their plan now? And in extending, for instance, we should have been told what the plans are. Okay? Look, you have a lot of individual bondholders. You have even the banks pushing back because of how it's going to hit them. One would have expected that by now, the government will be outlining the plans that it has in engaging and building consensus. Again, we just think that, okay, by extending it, we just meet leaders here and there. Look, I've seen the letter that the finance ministry wrote to, the Association of Insurers, that it cannot, accept their proposals. And that was it. That was it. So you need me to be able to do something for you. And you're treating me as if I do not matter. That's the approach the finance ministry is taking. That is the approach. I mean, Bryce Simon calls it the divide and conquer debt strategy. That's been the approach. Look, and so when they issued the latest one on the 24th of December, they were hoping that the financial sector, and they started, calling individuals, do you want to come and exchange your bond and whatever. It was the hope that, by the time we realize, there wouldn't be much protest. And then, bam, it goes through. So, just before Christmas, come and do this. And then what? Look, it's very simple. You know that you have to pay some 6.6 billion this year. Look for the money. Get it from the capital expenditure. Okay? We are saying, we are telling you that it's okay. We are suffering. You give us our money. The roads, you hold on now. Don't go and build them. After all, the roads now, we know that even the pricing is problematic. So we want to save you. We're no longer saying that, come and do this, come and do that. We want to save you. Just pay the money. It's that simple. Pay the money. When you have paid the money, now downsize. Do a lot of things right. We'll continue the conversation.